and take 64.
Right, come on, brain.
You go, Matt.
Look, you guys are putting pressure on me.
Well, all we're doing is looking at you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right,
Talking to the
just,
camera. Okay.
just do it,
Yeah.
just do it, yeah.
So,
Right. Do we all have to clap?
welcome to the Matchbook Custom podcast, the very first one. No reverse gear.
Yay.
This podcast has myself, Matt, the owner of Matchbook Custom. It has Eva, the HD Troublemaker, and it also has our special guest today, Ed.
Yay.
Both these guys are members of the Harley-Davidson Riders of Great Britain.
Yep.
And you're Yorkshire.
Yeah, I'm Yorkshire.
And you are Region 21. Which
And I'm
is,
Region 21, the drinking region.
Yep.
We are a
Where
drinking
is that?
region with a Harley problem.
Yep. I've heard that actually.
We are.
Yeah. I mean, in fact, I've experienced it, I think.
You have.
Yeah.
Northamptonshire.
It's
Is chair all right?
yeah.
It's very jumpy.
Yeah. It's not comfy. Okay, so I've completely fluffed this.
You haven't.
So Matt has a lot of notes
Yeah.
for our first show to know what we're doing.
I've put too much
And he's
pressure on
also
myself.
stressed. He has
You-
too much sugar and just like literally
You would never
Monster.
believe this is the first one. And honestly, don't make any more cookies, okay? Because obviously the sugar rush is getting to him.
buzzing.
All right.
Okay, so the podcast is. I don't need to shout away. The podcast is for the whole point in the podcast is that we have an amazing community around the shop, and an amazing support structure, and we want to highlight the good people that support us, hear their stories, and learn about people effectively. It's not just going to be people who use us to look after their bikes. It's going to be other business potentially, show people. I think we might get the Head to the Shed guys on at some point. We hope that you enjoy watching this and watching me fumble my way through hosting the first one. I think the point is we're gonna swap roles.
Yeah, we can do that, definitely.
Yeah. So next one, Eva is in charge of guests
Oh, getting
/
stressed.
questioning
Yeah.
and taking the role of hosting.
I hope I'll do it better than you now.
I'm sure you will, to be honest with you. I'm doing terrible right now. Well, I feel it anyway. Anyway, watch this podcast and enjoy, and hopefully that we'll get some good content out of it. So, Ed,
Yes,
how are you?
I'm fine now.
Yeah.
I'm fine, thank you. I've had a good day. I was in London last night, so I drove up this morning. It wasn't until this morning that I realised I never had a change of clothes in London, so I had to go home before I came here. So you will be pleased that I have got clean stuff on.
Well, you smell nice.
Thank you, darling.
That's me.
Oh, is it? Cookies, chocolate.
Always comes down
How's
to
your foot?
cookies. My foot.
Yeah, Ed ran over himself earlier.
I actually run over my own foot, which isn't easy, but I've done it a couple of times. It's where you don't lift your foot up early enough and it gets in the curb, and as you move forward, your heel gets stuck on the exhaust, and as you move forward, it just squishes your foot into the curb, and it makes you go, ouch, and
It's never
shit.
happened to me.
It will,
One day.
one day.
One day.
Shit happens to everybody once.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
How are you today?
I'm alright, thank you. Yeah, I'm a bit stressed. Definitely not as stressed as you right now, but yeah.
Well,
It's not
I
stressed.
think it'll relax in a second.
Yeah, it's not stressed.
Get into it, so one of the things I wanted to introduce with you guys. So these guys have obviously Harleys. You have a 2010
2010 Fatboy Low named Arnold.
twin cam,
96, yeah.
twin cam 96.
A 96. I've got a 96.
Yeah, it's nice. 2010, yeah.
No, engine size.
Oh,
No, it's not. No, no.
I've got an 80 then.
Yeah, you have. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Ed's got an electric glide. Is that right?
Street Glide.
Street glide.
And Electric Glide Classic.
It's 2024 Street Glide and
Yeah.
Electric Glide Classic,
Well, it's a 2025 plate.
but a 2024 model. Yeah. Which, by the way, we figured out how we can tune. Now.
Have you?
Yeah.
That'll be a bonus. I mean, it's not restricted anymore.
Yeah.
That'll be a
basically.
bonus.
I think it's quite expensive, but obviously.
Because apparently, when you get to 120 on these new ones, the throttle just goes
Yeah.
flexy. Apparently.
No, it does.
It does?
Yeah, they've got a hard limiter on them.
Yeah. See, I've never done that. So I've never been to 120 because
Lies. How are you getting on with it anyway? Which
I love it. I can't keep off it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had it a year
20,000.
this month, and I've done 20,000 miles.
How many European miles have you done? Continent miles?
Lots. Down to the south of France last year, down to the mountains, the Picos. And that was shit, so we turned around and just came back. But I've just kept going. I just can't stay off it.
Yeah, that's a good sign that you got the right bike.
I literally love it to pieces.
Yeah. How many miles have you done this year?
This year.
Well, last year then.
Around 10,000, something like that.
That's still pretty good.
Yeah.
It is good, yeah.
Did you do any European trips?
I was in France only, so that's like 5-day trip, camping, hotels, like mixture.
Is that where you had your mishap?
Did you have a mishap?
Yeah, didn't you?
Did you?
No, that was in Scotland for my birthday. Like literally, I was on a lay-by.
Yeah.
And I didn't like brake too hard or something, and went to the side. It was like very uneven, so I had to ask some people to help me out because the back tire was like far in it.
I nearly come across in France because I've stopped to the side of the road to check where I was, but when I've looked down, there was nothing here.
Yeah.
So there's nothing to put my foot on. I thought if I don't put my weight over here any second now, the whole lot's just going to. But yeah, you've got to watch.
I had a situation once at the dealership where we had a demo day, and we were basically banging out the demos to everybody, and some muppet, whilst I was filling it with fuel, decided to chain up the whole row of bikes in front of about 200 people. Started riding this bike off, and they all were going,
"Oh no!"
And I'm looking around thinking, "Fuck you guys!
Yeah.
What are you shouting at?" And then it just come to a dead stop in front of everybody and fall over. Yeah.
You've all done that with the bike lock on the front, the disc lock.
Yeah.
You've done that. You pulled away with the disc lock.
No, I've not done that, but yeah, I think it's just a given, isn't it? Somebody's going to do it at some point.
You ever done that?
Yeah, no.
Oh, I've done it. It was on one of my old bikes, this 750 Yam, and everyone was saying how lovely the bike was and all that, and I thought, yeah, people like my bike, so I got on it and drove off, and it went tink. I was laying on the floor looking up.
Very bright spring on it, like attached to my handlebar, so I know it because I would forget. So.
No, that's the thing. I'm stupid.
Oh yeah.
So that's where you get the I'm actually stupid, so I forget these things.
Yeah, that would be the sensible
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So, what was your favourite trips last year then? If you both been to around the country and around Europe and all of that.
My favourite trip. I'll go first if you don't mind.
Yeah.
I know ladies should go first, but
I guess so.
Because I am stupid, so I've got to go first before I forget it.
You old.
Colditz Castle. I am old. I'm not old. I'm fucking old. I just don't look it. But no, favourite trip last year, Colditz Castle.
Colditz, nice.
Colditz Castle. It blew me away.
Yeah.
It was such a nice experience.
Was it intense? Because that's all.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. Well, the year before I'd go to a rally in Eastern Germany, and I'd driven past it, and I didn't realise where I was. So I thought, well, I'm going to go back there. Yeah. And so I decided to go back there last year. Yeah. Just brilliant. I stayed in a hotel nearby for €60, I think it was. It was a massive room. It was a beautiful room, nice big bath shower thing. So the thing is, when you go away, it's just another world. They treat you differently. It's just not like it is over here.
So what's Colditz Castle like?
It's exactly how you imagine it.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I've got like dark, dingy, like mean kind of.
If they didn't have the lights on, yeah.
Yeah.
But what you've got is you've got. I'll borrow that.
Yeah.
Thank you. There's my prop.
Yeah.
When you go to each room, there's a tablet there, and they give you a tablet, and when you point your tablet at that one, as you do this with it, it shows you how the room was in 1944 or whatever, including the people and the conditions and everything.
That's really cool.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank you.
Prop one, and then upstairs where they was going to do the glider, they haven't got the original glider.
I was going to say, that something came out. They flew that out, didn't they, to escape?
They was going to, didn't do it. But they've got a remake of it, a reproduction of it there, and they use bed linen for wings and things like that. And the way they were going to do it is they were going to get a bath full of heavy weight like concrete or bricks or whatever, and I was going to attach it to the end of this runway, which was on top of the roof, the apex of the roof, and then just throw it off. And this thing will then drag this glider out and literally just shoot it off the end of this roof.
That's quite genius, really.
Yeah, fantastic. But what they've got there is they've got like a little. It's not a game, but it's like you've got two controls, and you're in control of the glider once it leaves the roof. and you've got to guide it to the other side of the thing. And you've got to choose whether you put 1, 2 or 3 men in it, how much weight you put in, and all that. And you just sit there for 10 minutes playing with this thing until it's done. It really was a good experience. Recommend anything.
Yeah, that does sound.
Yeah.
I've never actually ridden a bike on the continent.
Never.
No.
You've been traveling so much. I'm surprised, to be honest.
It's never been on. It's never been on a bike.
You have
really.
to.
I've rented scooters in Thailand. Okay. It was quite good fun.
It's easier over there than it is over here.
I got that something very strange. Like every time I'm like in Europe, I start waving to every single policeman I see. I don't know why. Like these GSC cops, like yay.
Well, they are friendly.
I like every single.
Yeah, they are friendly.
Yeah, they are. They usually wave back and like whatever.
Yeah, we were lost once, and we're totally lost. It was with my mate Kev, no longer with us, but we was going to the Hook of Holland.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, have you been last year to the Super Rally?
No.
Are you going this year to
Denmark? No, I'm going next year, Germany.
Okay, I might join.
Yeah, I'm going to Spain this year.
For Far West in Portugal, isn't it?
Don't know. I'm kind of all over the place at a minute, but yeah, I've got plans to go there and there and everywhere. But anyway, we're going towards. We've left Zurichsee, and we're going up towards the Hook. He's in front. He's sat nav on and all that, and I'm following him. And every year they seem to have changed the roads, and there was new roads and whatever. And I'm thinking, well, I can see where it's going, but we're not going there. So I've pulled him over. I said, where are we going? He went, I don't know. I said, well, what does the sat-nav say? He said, I didn't put it on. Anyway, so we've gone up this road, turned around, come back, and we're on this industrial estate. And this Dutch police van pulled up and went, hello, how can I help you? I thought, wow. And I just laughed. I thought, police in England ain't like that. But
did they show you the way?
They did.
Yeah.
He said, what we'll do is...
really friendly.
Really friendly. He said, what we'll do is, we're going to go down this road. As soon as we indicate left, turn right. He said, and then that'll take you straight to the Hook. And he did. He went on this little merry way. As soon as he indicated left, we turned right and we was there.
Yeah.
But that's not the only experience I had with Dutch police.
No.
No.
Slightly more scrupulous, or?
No, slightly more dangerous.
Okay, do tell.
I'd gone over there without my passport.
Right.
Because you can get over there with your driving licence. This is before Brexit.
Okay.
No. So I got over there with my driving licence. But I went over Dover-Calais and I was coming back Hook, Harwich. And when I got to the Hook, Stena Line wouldn't let me on without a passport. So I said, well, how can I get home then? So they said, well, the only way you can do it is if you go to the British Embassy in The Hague, which isn't that far, get a visa. So if I go to the British Embassy in The Hague, well, The Hague, all the embassies are there. It's very securified. There's bollards everywhere. There's fences everywhere. You can't just drive. And I've drove all the way through. Sunday night, 10 o'clock, and I've drove all the way through them, all the way through the bollards, all the way through the fences. And I've parked outside the door of the British Embassy, literally this far away. And I'm banging on the door. The lights were on, but no one was home, you know. So that's
Yeah.
And within 2 minutes, these very heavily armed Dutch police said, can we help you? Actually, yes. And they was really, really helpful. Yeah. Really helpful.
Yeah, I like the Dutch. We've got a couple of Dutch customers in there.
Yeah, they're good. They're so relaxed.
Yeah, massive as well. They always seem to be really big, the Dutch team. So, who's done more miles last year? You or
That'd
Greg?
be me. I did.
You did?
I won the mileage last year. He's going to win it this year. So,
is he?
Yeah.
So there's like some competition between you and...
No, he likes to win it every year. They like to win it every year. He just does win it every year.
Region 21 do the most miles competition, don't they? I think didn't Sandy win it?
She should win it every year, but the trouble with Sandy, she goes to America and does all her miles in America.
Yeah.
So it's a tricky one, isn't it? How do you judge the miles? It's tricky. But no, Greg would have. We went to Motor Show, North Holland. We went there, and I beat him by about 2 miles because I lived further down the road than he did, and he was truly gutted. I got this trophy.
It's just a bit of fun, isn't it? Really?
Yeah.
So what trips have you got planned this year?
This year, small camping in England, that's for sure, and one...
As in, when you say a small trip
Like
in England?
weekend, long weekend, something like that. Go camping,
North,
explore,
south, west.
all over the place.
All right.
That would be the best thing to
Okay.
explain that.
You're just going to wing it.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Yeah, I definitely want to go back to Lake District, Scotland,
Yeah.
Wales, two, 3 times maybe. And at least once to Cornwall.
Every time I've been in
yeah.
Scotland, it's rained, got piss wet
I
through.
always got very good weather.
Oh.
I had rain just once last year when I was coming back.
I think it's me.
So
I think it's me.
No,
Yeah, it's
everybody
safe.
gets wet. When
Everyone
they go
gets
to
wet in Scotland, yeah.
You're lucky.
no, it's very beautiful. So that's one of my favorite.
But
trips
Wales
last
also
year.
very.
I did-
The other thing is, like, sorry, I'm interrupting you because
Yeah,
I'm old
no.
and stupid. You see, but people say like say you've not driven abroad,
No,
but you've probably driven down to Cornwall.
I've never been to Cornwall.
Well, like people who drive to Cornwall, they'll go to Wales, they'll do this, but it takes just as long to go to Cornwall than it does
Yeah.
to go to Holland.
Yeah.
But people
That's
are,
right.
are worried about it. When people first go over to France, they'll go down to Dover and they'll get a B&B in Calais or Dover because they think it's so far.
Yeah, it's not.
But once they've done it, it ain't that far.
They really are.
And roads over there are so open, aren't they?
I think people think it takes more time because you have to go to ferry or train or something
Yeah.
and get the time you have to wait and be
Yeah.
earlier because they want you to be.
But it ain't
And that's
that bad,
why
is
you
it?
end up having like 6-7 hours on top of that.
See, I've never had to wait at the ferry. I think it's just bikes. I haven't tried it in the car, but I'll always book a ferry for about 1:30 in the afternoon, 12 o'clock in the afternoon, something like that. But it don't matter what time you get there. As long as you got a ticket, they'll let you
They'll
on.
let you, yeah. That happened to me once as
Yeah.
well, yeah.
And as soon as you turn up, you're near enough getting straight on. Providing the ferry's there, of
There's always
course.
space for one bike or two bikes, yeah.
And I've actually decided which ferry I like the best. I've actually decided which company I like the best.
So which is your favourite?
DFDS.
Okay. Yeah, I'm not even
Why?
sure.
P&O,
Why?
I didn't think the P&O service was very good.
Okay.
And Irish ferries, it's like an old trawler.
Right. Okay.
It's rust everywhere, and they're old P&O ferries, so they're the rubbish that P&O got rid of. But DFDS have changed their way of tying you down.
Yeah.
I'll have to show you a picture. But what you do now is you ride your bike into a wheel lock,
Okay.
and they strap it down both sides.
I think I was on that one.
Yeah,
That's
you
good,
can't do
yeah.
it yourself. They have to do it, and you have to wait until they
always do it
unstrap
for
you.
me because like, okay, girl, she
Yeah.
can do it, so they always come and do it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll wear a wig next time.
Are
Then.
they gentle with them?
Oh, very.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah,
Even-
they always
even
ask
touch-
you for a glove, or they have the like sponges or something to don't harm the seat or
Oh,
anything like that.
That's
Yeah.
great.
But they've got rid of that.
Oh.
They don't go over the bike now. They go around the crash bars, around your foot pegs,
Okay.
things
I mean,
like that.
that's all right. As long
It
as
is
you press
right,
the
yeah.
Suspension. That's decent.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so I mean, obviously there's a big age gap here, but I'm going to ask
How old
how,
are
You,
how,
you can't help it if you're older than me. Don't worry about it. Don't listen to him.
how long have you been riding bikes? What sort of age did you get into bikes? Have you always been into bikes? Did you ride when you were a
Always,
kid?
always.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dad hated bikes. Mum didn't like bikes, but I've always loved them.
You just rode
Yeah.
off road?
No,
No.
no, off-road scares the bejesus out of me.
Yeah.
Always has done. I'd rather go. I used to live in southeast London, and Brands Hatch was only down the road, kind of. And when they've got a deal on at Brands Hatch, sometimes they don't use the whole circuit.
Yeah.
And if you used to be able to go right round the back through the woods, you can get on this bit of circuit they're not using. So you can race around the racetrack at Brands Hatch on the bit they're not using.
Whilst they're there.
Yeah,
Still impressive.
until they come and got rid of you, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, 17 I passed my test
Did you?
Yeah.
Straight away.
straight away.
What about you?
I was 23. I was in England. I passed my CBT.
Why? Like, what made you get into it?
I just wanted it. I mean, it started like back in Clon, I was a kid, and there was that series, you probably don't know it, called Renegade. Have you ever heard about it? You're the first British person that ever heard
There's
about
a
that.
series called Renegade.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
a great
it's like-
series. Yeah, he's a bounty hunter.
Yeah.
And he's got a really
like
cool
long
Harley.
hair, like
Really cool
white
Harley.
glide with
Yeah.
like,
No?
like he's the first British person that ever heard of that.
Okay.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah,
No one ever like
What nationality is that?
American.
American.
really?
Yeah, it's like was Lance Lamans or so I don't Lorenzo Lamas.
Lawrence Lomas.
Yeah, that's the name.
Lance-
Yeah. And he still rides Harleys actually, and
Yeah.
he's one of the Harley dealerships because he
Yeah.
helps them organize one of the ride outs. I saw him recently on Two Lanes
Yeah,
Lives
yeah.
channel.
Yeah.
He was riding with them. Yeah, so that's how I liked Harleys.
Do you want to know a little secret about the program?
Yeah. Go on.
There was a bit in the program where his hair changed. In the series, he'd done like I don't know.
I was like 7 when I was watching it.
Well, it's still on. I still watch it now. But there's like 6 series, and on the 3rd series, I think it was, his hair changed because he was in Dynasty or Dysentery or
I've got no idea.
something like that. Anyway, it was in this program,
Yeah.
and he
was hot.
had to have short hair.
Well, he's not now.
So
but
they
yeah.
cut all his hair off.
Oh, really?
Of course, in the Renegade, he's got a long hair.
Okay.
So they gave him a wig. And you could really tell it's a wig. It just don't look. It looks like someone trying to dress him as a woman. But yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Yeah, so that's how I first.
And that was a Harley-based program. Was it?
Yeah. So
He's a bounty hunter.
Okay. American,
But he lives on
of
his
course.
bike.
Yeah, that's in California, isn't it? And he was like chasing. I think he was chasing like killers of his wife or something.
Let me give you the rundown.
God, and then
He was a
like-
cop that got done bad, and now he's on the run.
Sounds like Mad Max.
That's the intro. That's
Is
the
it really?
intro.
Is it really?
Yeah,
And you see this guy like
yeah.
riding a bike.
yeah.
That's a good one, yeah.
Have you always ridden Harley?
No. Honda.
All sorts.
I've never owned a Suzuki, but I've heard my Yamahas were the best bikes I had. They're just more reliable.
Yeah.
And I didn't go the usual route. Like all my mates went 125, 250, 550, 650, whatever. I went 125, 250, 1100.
Okay. The big
Because
jump.
because I thought it's just a waste of money. I'm not tight, but I don't think you should waste money. And I couldn't see the point in getting a 650, 750 for a couple of years, then getting the 1100. So I went from a 250 Kawasaki to an 1100 Yam.
Yeah.
And
You could do that back in the day, though, couldn't you?
Yeah.
It's a bit more restricted these days.
yeah, but I'm old.
But is that just age, isn't it? Like up to 25?
I'm
And
not,
then you can have like proper full
So-
license because that's what I did. Like, I had to wait 2 years.
yeah, you have to have the
Yeah.
experience.
And then I had another 2 years because I couldn't afford a Harley and I wanted Harley. So I stick to my 125 for over 3 years.
Yeah.
What kind of 125 was it?
And there was Yamaha YBR. Like
Nice.
Yeah,
classic,
yeah, nice, yeah.
Yeah, it was a nice one. I paid for like 450.
Nice.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
What'd you do with it?
I sold it.
Did you make profit?
Yeah,
Well done.
yeah.
Nice.
I think I sold it for like 700 or something after 3 years.
That's your next staff, baby. That's
Well,
your next
you never
saleswoman.
know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I got my 48. Like very nice 2019 blue tank. I called him Mr. Peanut because of the shape of the tank.
Lovely.
Yeah. I had
Do you name your bikes?
Yeah.
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 What are yours called?
Called.
Yeah.
What's been called?
What was your name? So my first bike's name was Mr. Peanut.
Oh,
and now I
yeah,
have
yeah,
Arnold.
yeah. No, I've got Marion now. Marion
Which one's married?
is the one outside the
What's
street
outside?
glide,
Okay.
and Gertie is the other one.
Gertie.
Yeah.
Dirty Gertie.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
What was your first bike? Because you never said.
My first bike, when I first passed my test, was a. I didn't grow up riding bikes as such, but we used to mess around on off-road in the woods and on all sorts of stuff. Little CB1, CB90s.
Yeah.
Those things that would go forever. We used to like
Step
race them
throughs.
around. Yeah.
Yeah.
With little pedals on them, and you could get them going by pedaling.
Yeah, yeah.
One of those, and then but my first proper bike was a CBR 125 when I first got my CBT, which was a little rude boy thing because I was a mechanic back then as well, so I tightened that up to go faster. And then my first proper big bike was a Sportster. It was 2005.
Because you was a mechanic, when you got your bike, did you just want to take it to pieces and play with it?
Yeah, I did.
Because that's how your mind is.
Yeah, I was working in a Harley dealership when I got my bike, and I got
Brilliant.
parts at cost price. And
Yeah.
do it. Well, back then, I probably didn't do it myself as such because I was still learning.
But you wanted to.
Yeah, I basically because it was really good. We got the bikes at cost price, so
Yeah.
we got £2,000-3,000 knocked off it. But I
not bad,
financed
is
the
it?
full whack.
Yeah.
And I basically financed all of the engine tuning and all the parts, which when you get it at cost, actually you get quite a lot for your £2,000. So that's what I did to that one. That was a cool bike. That I won a bunch of shows with. I know there's a prize somewhere for a trophy.
It's
for
quite-
best in show.
Something.
Yeah, that one. That's it. I think. And I've kept that forever. That was ages ago. And I sold that because I needed the money.
Oh.
I know.
I kept my first ever growing a daffodil prize certificate.
Growing a daffodil
Aw.
prize. How hard was that?
I was 6.
I've
Still got it.
That far, right?
And I got a certificate, and my prize was a book. I could choose a book.
Yeah.
What book have you?
And the book I chose was called House of 60 Fathers, and it was about a child in Malaysia or Borneo, and his father's were the local army regiment. And it was a house of 65. Good story. And I was only 6.
And you've still got it?
I've still got it.
That's really sweet.
I just keep things.
Yeah. I'm the opposite. I get rid of stuff.
No, I'm keeping this one. And this.
Okay, so why Harley? Why do you guys love the brand so much? Why do you ride the Harleys now instead of the Hondas? Because you said earlier that your Hondas were your favourite.
No, Yamaha's favourite.
Yamahas,
Yeah.
Sorry.
I ride Harleys because of the sound, the lifestyle, the whole thing about it. It's just different to any other bike.
Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, definitely can agree with that.
Yeah.
It's cliche, isn't it? But it's not just a bike you're buying. It's very much you're buying into a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Because the first one I started riding here, I was sure I would get into like cafe racers, like Triumph, like classic bikes. Then I was taken by my friend for rally, and all of the group of people there, they had like Harleys and everything. It's like on one of those big, loud bikes. And yeah, rest of the story.
There you go.
So yeah, and I can't imagine my life now without having a Harley.
No, this is it. It's
That's
the
the
sound.
thing. Like,
it's
I know you can get like different bike, which probably like faster,
It's an
lighter
addiction,
or
isn't it?
something. But like Harley is Harley.
It's an
It's
addiction.
hard to explain to someone who doesn't ride Harley.
It's that. It is this. There's a T-shirt, isn't there? If I had to explain, you wouldn't understand.
You wouldn't understand, yeah.
And it's
Harley's
true.
state of mind.
It's an emotional thing.
It's an addiction.
Yeah, it's if you wanted to go faster, if you wanted to brake, if you wanted to handle better, you buy a sports bike. But there's something about riding one of those.
But right now you can do so many stuff to those bikes here, so that they will be still faster, lighter, whatever.
Yeah, but
You have as much fun.
yeah, I mean, this was last year. I was going down a road, Leicestershire somewhere. It was dead straight, admitted, and there was an RRRRRR next to me, and he was bent over. A big guy bent over, had the full Spider-Man gear on, and he went like that. The Power Rangers definitely was. He went like that, and I was staying with him.
Yeah.
I was staying with him. Of course, I'm sitting. I've got my feet up. I've got a cup of coffee, the radio going, and I've just stayed out of mirror shot, and I've stayed all the way down to the end to these lights, and like, and I thought, and he went like that. I went, "You're right." He went, "I bet you're a lot more comfortable than I am." I went, "Well, actually, I am. Having a cup of tea and the radio."
Yeah, everybody who has never really ridden them tends to think they're this slow, old.
And that we are rude as well. That's what I hear a lot from my friends. Some of us are probably like, you don't wave back or something like we think
bullshit.
That's bullshit.
It's like I always wave to people. Like all my friends wave back. Like
So my opinion of that is a bit controversial because I don't want to ride to every person on a bike that goes past me. Wave to them as they go past me because there's a lot of people on bikes these days, and
There is, yeah.
to get everybody, it's like
I really like not my head. I don't have a problem with that.
do that.
I think though when you go,
or when you go in a group, like usually the first person will do it, so you don't have to like do it 10 times. Like something's wrong with you.
Somebody else.
yeah,
That guy's doing it.
the whole ride.
I do that to Harley riders whenever I see those guys.
Thing is, like that group might be waving at you, and it might be because there's a roadblock or something. They're not saying hello. I'll slow down, you idiot.
It's that hand signal there, isn't it? Yeah.
But I found when you ride abroad, it's more prevalent than it is here.
As in nodding,
Yeah,
acknowledging.
and the acknowledging and all that. But the roads are less busy. They're
Less potholes.
better roads. It's
Are the
just
roads
better, isn't it?
Are the roads better?
Oh yeah. Unless you go to Belgium. Belgium's got the same roads as us.
There's a joke going that Belgium is like big speed bump for the Germany.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what. Belgium's a speed bump before you get Germany and Holland. But yeah, Belgium roads are shit.
Okay, so you've got an Evo, you've got an M8, Gen 2 M8, which is a 121?
No, I've got the 117.
117. Which is your preferred? I know what you're going to say, but which is your preferred and why?
Preferred is the 117, obviously for the touring aspect, and we've discussed cams and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And I've said to you, I don't want it to affect my touring capability or fuel aspect. So I'd rather keep that for touring as it is, because I just fucking love it.
Yeah, they're great bikes, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're great engines.
Yeah.
M8s.
And at the minute, Gertie, she's undergoing a bit of a transformation. So I can use that during the winter and just around town and all that. The only problem I've got with the Street Glide is the battery issue.
You're still ongoing?
No, but they're renowned. If you don't start them for 5-6 days, the battery just loses power.
Yeah.
So you have to like keep it on charge all
You have
the
to
time.
keep it on a tender, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because like so much electricity. electric bits,
Yeah.
isn't it?
I don't
No,
think I don't
or-
think that's exclusive just to yours though. I think
No,
that's quite
it's
a
a general
common
thing, yeah.
We have to go through that all this time of year. Everybody
Yeah.
gets their bike back out again, and they're always.
I've bought because I've got no electricity in the garage where I store the bike. I've bought a solar
Yeah.
thing, and that does it. That's pretty good.
Very good. So, performance versus style. What would you prefer over that? What would you prefer over that?
Now
I
you
don't
answer
know,
that.
I want
Yeah.
both things. Like I need more than one bike.
Yeah.
That's the thing, because both of those things like are valid and like important for me, but
Yeah.
I'm like I got like healthy in between. It's not very like my bike isn't like.
My general impression of your riding is you are more performance over. Not
I
that you're
mean-
not stylish, but what I'm saying is.
Well recovered.
Yeah,
Yeah,
if you
because
would
you
give
do.
me something different, I would definitely
Yeah.
ride harder, if that makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah.
I offered her a really cool air filter a couple of weeks ago, but she turned it down.
No, because I want to keep Arnold like as classy as possible, like because he as original bike he looks very pretty, and there's no point of changing him. Like small bits here and there, but
Yeah.
I went home and I googled some pictures with that air filter. Like no, it's not happening. But yeah, there was an offer
See
for
now-
that, so thank you.
I'm crying out for an air filter and I can't get one.
You can now.
I can now.
Yeah, you definitely can now, yeah.
Definitely.
And you can get cans as well. They do a 496 can.
I think I'd like the air filter.
Yeah,
Is it?
I'll show you the options, because I think I've got a Gen 2 Fat Boy bunch of air filters. I'm pretty sure they're the same as yours.
Well, you remember that time I come over and there was
Yeah.
one on the desk?
I sold that last week.
Did you?
Yeah.
You've had it that long?
Yeah.
You need a new salesperson.
Well, I just need time
Yeah,
to
I
sell
can
it.
sell rotten apples, so yeah,
Yeah.
can help with that.
Commission only, I'm afraid.
Okay, so you're helping us build HMS Harley, the Sportster. That
Yeah,
never
they
gives.
slowed down a little bit recently, so I hope
Yeah.
they'll pick up and it will finish soon.
Congratulations.
Thank
A,
you.
you've not been around, and B, our times are just not happening
I know.
whatsoever. But yeah, my question to both of you is: Do you guys? I know you want to learn. Do you guys think that, particularly with newer riders, that the knowledge of the mechanical side of things is there, or do you think that because of the newer bikes being all electrical canvas and all of the above jazz, are they harder to understand? Are they harder to work on? Or is it something that you'd like to learn more of, I guess? There used to be a day when people could fix their bikes at the side of the road.
I don't think so,
Roadster.
because have you ever seen like any like younger person, whatever, having like any spare tools on them? They won't be able to fix it.
No.
Anyway, I think like everyone's now knows some like how to make some changes like performance wise to the bike. They will tell you like step by step, but I don't think so they'll be able to go to the bike
And do it.
and do it. And that's
Yeah.
the difference. That's in my opinion.
Do you think there should be a base level of knowledge when people are riding bikes? Do you think there should be?
Just don't be a
Yeah.
dick, like
Well,
I mean, no, I don't think so. You have to like, cause you know,
we
you don't have to, cause so many people drive cars, they have no idea like you know where to put
oil or anything like
yeah
that.
They
like
don't, no.
blinker fluid.
No, they don't. No.
We have lots of bikes that come in that people don't check the tyre pressures of the rolls or anything like that.
I like on that, but I recently got myself like small remote thing, so I started doing this.
Yeah.
But I was usually like, okay, it lasts from like service to service, so I was like, all right. But I think you should have like some basic knowledge so you won't hurt yourself while riding it.
Do you think there's like a call for like a, I don't know, we thought about doing like a basic knowledge kind of
Workshop
not a
kind
class,
of situation,
but like,
something
yeah.
like evening, like
Just
you have to
an
check
instruction.
this
Yeah.
before you ride. I think it's like common knowledge, it's like common sense, like people usually do it anyway.
Yeah,
I
you
think
say,
so. I'd say so.
You say that, but like some of the stuff that we see is kind of crazy, to be honest with you.
You must see some really crazy shit.
Yeah, we see some funky stuff. Let's put it that way. We have lots of people. So tire pressures for some reason is one of those things that people don't seem to want to check.
No.
But they vary with temperature. And the UK changes 10 degrees from week to week, day to day. So.
But the more modern bikes have a tyre pressure thing on the radar anyway. And the thing is, my one is way out.
Yeah.
But I came down the other day and I said to Sam, I said, can you just look at my... No, actually, I said to him, have you got a pressure gauge? I want to check my pressure. And he did it for me. So I did want to do it myself. But it was fine. But on my radar, it said 47 PSI.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, that's a bit much.
So it's like issue with some kind of like connector somewhere that checks the pressure,
No,
or
it's
just like out of whack.
because it's only a sensor, isn't it?
Yeah, they're very inaccurate, and the other problem is so the pressure changes as you ride the bike. So if you go down, if you set your tire pressures at 40 psi, for example, you go down the road, once that tyre warms up, the pressure goes up slightly, and and people don't always understand that, and they get very confused with where their pressures are.
There was a time when the tyre pressures were reading 30, 33, 34.
Yeah.
When I got it out of the garage when it was cold, and as soon as I'd done 5 miles, they were fine, because it heats up, doesn't it?
Okay.
Yeah.
But what do you think? I mean, I think that with every test for a vehicle, there should be a basic knowledge of how the vehicle functions.
Well, like when you pass
Cars,
your
bikes,
test,
everything.
When you pass your test, they ask you questions like, where is this, where is that on a bike? So I think it's there. So everyone should know it.
But do they do that with cars? I don't know if
I've
they
got
do.
no idea these days.
They ask you like, I have no driving license, so don't ask me, but like I remember before my test, this dude asked me like how to change something, where is that on a bike? So there are questions.
But it's like you say, there's so many things these days. Everything's so electronic or automatic. It's like changing tyre. Don't change your tyre these days because they've got the inflator kits that don't work anyway.
Do you think that's progress? Do you prefer that? Or do you prefer the older kind of bike?
It's not progress, but it's job creation.
Yeah. I think a lot of it's to do with, well, supposedly to do with efficiency, and a lot of it is, especially with the electrical side of things, to do with refining, I guess. But there seems to be all sorts of problems with particularly camber stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can't bugger around with the electronics whatsoever.
You can't. Well, it's like my one. Yeah. If you take my electronic unit, if you take that out and do something with the battery, if you leave the electronic like that, you can't start the bike because the bike thinks it's fell over.
Okay.
And I didn't know that before I'd seen it on YouTube.
You also can't jump it by the start.
And you can't jump it by the start, like you can with Gertie.
Isn't that crazy though?
That is crazy.
The correct buggers up that left-hand switch.
Yeah.
Mad.
Do you prefer camping or hotels?
Both.
Both.
You always camp though.
No, it's like usually 50-50. Sometimes I'll take tent, but like if I'm like I don't like the weather or something, I will go hotel. Usually I'll have something booked anyway on front, or if I'll find very nice camping, I'll go camping. But like when I was Scotland last year, I took all my camping gears. Like literally was heavy as heck. I had like literally some cooking gear as well, but the weather wasn't the greatest. So it's like, fuck it, I'm not doing this.
Scotland.
You made the choice.
Yeah, and I was like hotels all the time. Like literally 10 kgs on the back extra because I was like, oh, I'll go camping. Didn't happen.
That's why I go south. Scotland is wet.
Well, Scotland's so beautiful. Like
I
you
know,
go like
yeah.
for the north, looks like more like Scandinavia or something.
I can look at pictures of it.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
So I'll
try
look at your videos and that'll do me. There's
Yeah. I
There's
really
another.
like the Apple Cross Pass. It's like hard.
Yeah.
And they have new. I think the road has new surface, so it's very nice. And it's like kind of like tiny Stelvio.
Yeah. There's a guy on YouTube. It's called Lean Into the Wind.
Oh, they cool.
Oh, they're fantastic.
They're amazing.
They are
it's like
fantastic.
Older couple from London. They did Morocco last year.
Yeah,
they?
Morocco.
That's
Yeah.
your big trip this year,
Yeah,
isn't it?
that's my big trip this year. Yeah.
You go to Morocco.
Yeah, I go Morocco.
And you're doing it on your own, aren't you?
Yes,
You do all your trips on your own.
Yeah,
Very impressive.
Thank you.
Very impressive.
It started by accident. I mean, I want to go for a ride. No one wanted to go for a ride. I wanted to go to France, so I went by myself, and I love that. That was quite hard because it was like literally less than 2 months after I bought Arnold. So I wasn't like Arnold after Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I know, but
Yeah,
when you say
yeah.
Arnold, I'm thinking of Happy Days. He was the chef in Happy Days.
Yeah.
You don't remember Happy Days.
I
do you?
remember Happy Days,
Happy
but all I
Days.
can remember is the
The Fonz.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Arnold was the chef.
Yeah. So after I bought him, after 2 months or something, I didn't like handle him well yet or anything like that. I was like, okay, I have to learn. So I went sort of no, like close to the border with like Switzerland, like some
lovely,
mountains,
yeah.
not the Alps yet, but it's like
Yeah.
quite challenging for like 7 days.
Yeah, lovely.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, so did that. I was like, okay, I have to do something cooler next year. So I went the Alps, like literally from
Yeah.
Glockner,
Brilliant.
what is, Swiss, Dolomites, and Italy,
Well,
France, everything.
That's my favourite ride to Spain. When you go, I always call it the inland side because you've got the inland side and the seaside, east and west of France. And when I go down to Spain, I like going the mountain side.
Yeah, okay.
And the first time I did it, I was blown away. I mean, you got bridges that are going over the electric pylons.
Okay.
You're that high off the floor. And I just remember like your ears popping when you're going up in the mountains.
Oh my gosh, I was going down from one pass and I thought that something happened to Arnold because my ears didn't pop. It's like, why my bike so, I can't hear my bike, what is going on? I was like, Aaron, I literally stopped my bike first. I'm like, what's happening? I started walking, I was like, it's on my ears.
Yeah. But
So,
yeah. You got to do it, mate.
Well, do you know what? I'd love to.
We should organise like trip, like
my
close friend or something like.
My biggest problem
like
with the
that
bike,
Yeah.
because riding my Sportster for more than half an hour is crippling, which I am working on, by
And
the way.
you will have to like put luggage somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. So there's that, and time, really, more than anything. Working here.
Yeah, you're working here now to have like people working for you, so you can be boss, so you can.
I'm still working more than I've ever
We will sort you out.
really, to be honest with you.
I will grow a mustache. I'll
there.
pretend to be mad for a week. You can go for a holiday.
You should organise a matchbook away thing, matchbook trip.
What, with everybody?
There's
No,
a
it's
really
like-
nice. Have you been to the High Chaparral
No,
in Luxembourg?
no, I don't
Oh,
like Luxembourg.
fantastic! It's a camping site. They've got chalets there, and it's on a river that flows quite. It's beautiful, really beautiful.
South of France has like lots of like very
And
pretty.
Luxembourg, fuel is 20 cents cheaper than anywhere else.
Like, oh, cool.
A
Going
litre.
there,
20
going
cents
there.
a litre cheaper. I was pissed off because I'd filled up in Germany. Anyway, carry on, nurse.
What was I saying?
Yeah, I mean, getting away from me is pretty hard work, to be honest with you. So
Yeah.
I'd love to. My travelling, I'm going to be honest with you, I kind of prefer backpacking and hostels. Camping is not for me in any way, shape or form.
You
I
could
fucking hate
backpack on a
camping.
bike.
Yeah, but I totally could.
If
Yeah,
you,
that's
if
No,
you,
like a lot of travel, like
Yeah.
1 year. It
Huh?
was like 1 year when you were traveling.
Before I started this,
Yeah.
I went to Thailand with my partner. Well, Southeast Asia actually for 8-9 months.
nice.
Yeah, it was great. Yeah, but all my travelling's always been like backpacking type stuff. And yeah, I know you can do it on a bike, but I'm gonna confess,
Yeah.
I'm a comfort traveller and would much rather
So you need a road glide.
fly. Well, yeah, that would help if I could afford a road glide. That
You need
would
like
very
big
much
back
help.
on the back, which you feel like comfy.
Oh,
Backrest. You sort that.
I'm just glad he never said I need a gold wing.
They look quite impressive.
They
though,
look
those
good.
new ones.
Yeah,
They
yeah.
look faster than they look comfy though. Actually.
Really?
Would you get the DCT or was it DCT?
I don't know what that is.
The automatic one?
No.
I seen the bike first time two weeks ago or something.
They're weird,
I had no
aren't
idea they make something like that.
Yeah, they're weird. A spaceship, isn't it?
It's like, what's the point? Like,
Yeah.
All that new stuff is just full of if it's automatic,
Yeah.
but it's got all the traction control.
It's got two clutches.
2 clutches.
It's got two clutches, double
that?
clutches. That's how the automatic bit works.
Okay.
It just changes gear. But you know, like when you change gear on a bike, you could change down without a
Yeah,
clutch.
Yeah.
It does that, but with two clutches, and that's how it does it.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Stick around for more.
Yeah, modern technology.
Yeah, yeah.
When's Harley going to catch up? Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would love a bigger bike. And one day I will get there. I've donated the Sportster to Sam to take to Santa Pod, so we're going to thrash the nuts off that thing.
That'd be good.
it's gonna be one-off occasion when you're going there, or that will happen again.
No, the plan is we've booked it 25th of April. We are going to, as the bike is right now. Sam's going to take it down the strip. We're going to
Right.
get a bunch of times, and then the plan is to do with marketing and social media and all that sort of
Okay.
jazz. Is we're going to come up when it comes back. We're going to kind of come up with a plan on how we beat that time next time. Because as
Okay.
soon as it's done, I'll book another.
That'd be
thing.
great.
Yeah, I think it'd be fun.
I've never been there, so I might go.
No, I've never been either. Yeah,
Yeah.
more than welcome to.
It's like 20
absolutely.
minutes from where I live, so it's like very strange.
Is it?
I knew it's there, but
I used to be able to see it from my house.
Did you really?
Oh, really?
Yeah,
You been?
once or twice. But I lived in Urchester, which is the village next to Long.
Okay.
And on firework night, I used to stand in my bedroom window and I could see all the fireworks for free. It was really good.
Yeah. But yeah.
But yeah, I only went once or twice. But what a great place.
Yeah, I've never really been into motorsport or anything like that, so I've never really gone. But since Sam's joined me, he's been trying to get me down there for the top fuel stuff. But again, I'd love to experience it. But
Yeah.
Again, the problem is when you work in a place like this, I'm working Monday to Saturday, and that Sunday or the time that
You
I
just
go off,
want
I
Yeah.
don't want to do anything. Sometimes the last thing I want to do is talk bike, look at bikes, or do anything to do with bikes.
Don't you think, no, that speed's like relative, isn't it? I mean, look, there's a guy that's got that jet bike. And he's on that Henry Cole program, and he was on a jet bike, and he'd had a crash at the end of the. What he'd done was he'd wound this fucking jet up, and because he was going so fast, he didn't see the end of the runway. He didn't see the marker,
Oh shit!
It just carried on. Straight into the field. He broke on nearly every bone in his body, airlifted. Anyway, he's back and he's on his bike again. But it's like, he must think that 150, 180 miles an hour is slow.
It's pretty fast.
Whereas we'd think, shit, that's fast.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done 170 something on an FZ 1000, and that was too fast.
Yeah.
The traffic's going in the middle lane, apparently.
Yeah, I used to have a 636 that I topped out.
Oh, it's just mental.
Yeah, it's crazy fast, to be honest with you. If you're on the right bike, though, it doesn't feel as... So this is my I have this conversation with people with regards to, when they mock Harleys for being slow and whatnot.
Yeah.
To go around a corner on, let's say, the Ninja that I had, you could do it at, say, 90, 100 miles an hour.
Yeah.
The same corner you could do on the Harley at 50, 60, 70 mile an hour, but still shit yourself just as much. Have as much fun, just because it's harder.
My girlfriend's got a Ducati. The sound is like a box of tools. You just do that with a box of tools.
What model's you got?
Monster.
Oh, that's the bike I passed my driving license.
Is it a 700?
They're nice,
Yeah.
They actually are being called like Harleys of Europe, apparently.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Well,
They love that.
she's got sport tyres on it. And she goes around bends and the knees are scraping and all that. Of course, I'm behind her. I'm like an oil tanker compared to her. It takes me a day and a half to get round the bend that she goes straight round. And I get ribbed about that. But on the straight, I tend to catch up a little bit. She'll say it's because she slows down.
Yeah, of course.
She probably.
Shush.
I'd love a Ducati.
What?
I'd love a Ducati.
Well, just get a box of spanners and do that. It's the same.
So I'm going to ask you a controversial question. Do you think new Harleys are overpriced? Or priced correctly, in fact?
They're expensive. They're getting more expensive when you look at it. So.
I can't
Well,
comment.
I don't know if
Because you've got a well-expensive Harley.
No, because it was cheap.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Got a good deal on it.
Yeah.
They do knock them out cheap, though.
I paid 23 for mine.
Yeah.
And at the time, they were 27 in the shops.
Yeah.
And when I looked online, older bikes were going for 25.
Now, new
I think
ones,
they're like
in their
27
30s.
or something. They start at 27.
Do they?
I think the
CVO's
CVOs.
like 41, I guess.
CVOs are
But they're pretty, they're beautiful. They did lots of great things. I want one.
Well, I don't agree. But
Ilse wants an Indian.
yeah.
And we went to the motorcycle show, and there was the Indian, whatever this one was. There was a basic one, and one that had the screen on it, the forwards, and this, that, and the other. But it was £6,000 dearer.
Yeah.
And I said to the guy then, there's not £6,000 worth of extras on that. I said, and even if you had labour, it don't come to £6,000. And he started trying to justify it, and I thought, you can't justify that. And I think the CVOs have gone that way. I think you can buy a Harley for, I don't know, 28,000, 30,000. And the CVO is how much?
40,
yeah.
41, I guess.
There's not 20 grand's worth of bloody extras on it.
I don't know. But like if you compare like the parts you will have to buy and then like
It's still
you
not.
would have to pay someone for, they won't come out to this.
No, we
But
don't.
also, it's not an individual bike, though, is it? And also, you can come to your local Harley guy, and they'll always look after you very, very well.
I know.
They
Yeah,
will.
come here.
They will. Do you know any?
Come here.
Okay, so right, let's come to the end of this.
Okay.
So next is the quick fire round. You can turn this down if you like, but I thought
No, carry on.
thought it'd be very entertaining if I ask you 12 or 13 quick fire questions.
Oh my gosh, okay.
Whilst you guys pick one of these yourself. It's pretty
Go on.
obvious which one's which.
Oh
to
my
be
gosh,
honest with you.
okay. I want orange.
So which you've got to eat that one,
Oh,
I have to eat the
God.
half.
and then you've got to eat that one.
Oh my gosh, I will die. Can you show it?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
show it.
So I have the
So
burning hot
So
chip.
for our entertainment,
What is that here? For you. Carolina
I thought it'd be fun just to
Reaper
end.
chili chip.
Can we put these on?
Wish me luck.
Right, yep.
On standby, do we have milk? Just
No.
in case I'm about to die.
No,
No,
we got
we
we got a
don't.
cup you can throw up in.
Do we have water?
That won't make it any
Somewhere.
better. That won't make it any better.
I've got some sparkling water if you want to share a bottle. But
I'll be.
Yeah, I
all right.
will. Yeah.
are you going to be all right? You
Yeah,
going to be all right?
yeah,
You sure?
yeah.
You can run off if you need to.
This thing looks like it's going to make you. You know, like when you go winky eye.
Yeah.
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 It's going to be right there, isn't it?
All right. So you guys have got to start eating your sweets, and I'm going to fire off some.
So we have to like eat it along.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you can just. I mean, yours is easy. You just kind of stick it in and.
Just like literally one chip in it.
Steady, James.
Yeah. And if I was you, I would probably.
I would smell it and I'll die.
I wouldn't even try. I'd crush it up and then.
Can I? What?
What's it
That's
look
so
like?
candy.
What's
I
it
know
look
I'll eat this and then I'll eat this.
Oh, there's a few of them in there.
I've only got one though, right?
Yeah.
I might die.
That's fine. You can just do, if you do one of them each, that might be.
I already opened that.
I
If I
don't-
want
I
to
don't-
manage, I will take. I got it.
Let me see.
There's a chip in there.
That's all right. It smells like nice. Right, ready? Together?
I don't know if this is going to become a regular thing.
The next one you're gonna eat.
Well,
Right, because I don't want to touch this because I will stick to my eyes.
you're in charge of the next one, so whatever you do.
I will bring Polish pickles.
Oh, I can't do pickles. Ooh.
Oh,
Just do that bit. That'd be fine.
yeah. Just eat that bit.
'Cause I don't want to touch this too much, okay? Because I will stick to my eyes later.
Ready?
Ready? 3,
Go.
2, 1, go. Okay, so quick fire questions. So the way I'm going to do this is I'm going to ask you first, and then I'm going to ask you second. You've got a bit of dust on you. Look.
That's hot as fuck.
Okay, so you've got an Evo and an M8. We've already answered this. Evo or M8?
Oh, Evo.
Yeah. Twin cam Evo M8 Sportster engine. Isn't that bad?
Sprinkly eye. It's like a lemon.
Evo.
Evo.
Yeah.
Evo. Interesting. Okay. Carbs or EFI?
Ain't they like those
Oops.
Sportster engine kind of like read on the Evos? The Sportsters.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I get you. Yeah, yeah. So whatever means is while she eats her hot chip. Very good. Don't cheat.
I will
Whatever
give you
means.
bite later.
There's
It's not that bad, but
a 1340 Evo, a big twin Evo, and a Sportster Evo. So you're into the Sportster Evos. Do you like how quick these questions are going, by the way? Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Next, loud or quiet?
Loud.
Loud. Road glide or street glide?
Road glide.
Street glide.
Street glide. No, you've got one, haven't you? Yeah. Chrome or blacked out?
Blacked out.
Oh. I've got.
This is actually good.
There you go.
I'm going to say black
Blacked out.
because I can't clean.
True. Performance or looks?
Performance.
Oops.
Oh, interesting. Okay. UK or Europe riding? I know the answer to this.
Europe.
Can you name the best rally that you've been to?
So
Or your
far?
favourite rally? Yeah, so far.
I think the biggest one, which was like Super Rally in Finland for me.
Yeah. Have you been to Super Rally?
No,
But I was like as a backpack by then, so.
no.
Does it count actually?
I'm not doing
As a
that.
backpacker?
Yeah.
Not,
When I say rally, I kind of means anything similar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think, no. I'm old. I've been to a lot.
Okay, all of them. We'll move on.
Yeah.
Worst modification you've ever had on your bike?
Worst?
Anything you've ever regretted?
No.
These are good questions.
They are good questions, yeah. The worst thing I ever had on my bike was this dodgy phone holder.
Dodgy phone holder. The new one.
No, on the Evo.
Okay.
It just didn't. It just kept going like that and it broke and it let water in and
Okay.
it was rubbish. Cheap shit from China.
Cheap shit from China. Cheap shit from China.
Avoid cheap shit from China.
Yeah, leave it alone.
I recently got myself the quad lock, by the way.
Got one of these. Really nice.
I think one of this.
No, these are really nice.
Why do you ride? What is it about riding that you love?
Freedom.
Freedom. Freedom!
Freedom!
Typical.
Going back to the host, if I had to explain it, you wouldn't understand.
Very good. Best memory you've had on a bike?
Oh, that's good.
I don't know. That's a good one. There's lots of them. Like it's hard to pick one.
You've not
Best-
got a
the best
favourite
memory?
experience.
Yeah, I can answer that. And
Riding bike in States. That's cool for
Yeah?
me. Yeah.
Yours?
best rides,
Best memory.
best memory
Yeah, it doesn't have to be a ride.
is
That's how can you?
is the one. Yeah, they're all right. It's the ones where you go over the mountains in France to when you go like through the mountains in France to Spain, and it's the same. I get the same feeling every time I do it, and it's such a nice way to go.
Nice. Nice. And finally, one modification that everybody should do to the Harley-Davidson.
Exhaust.
Yeah.
Exhaust.
Agreed. Yeah.
Loud pipe save lies.
No, they sound like sewing machines.
Yeah, they do. Their mates particularly.
Yeah.
They do. Okay, so whilst you guys finish your sweets and crisps.
I'm about to die. You have to try one.
No,
Bye,
I've had one before. I'm okay.
Really?
Do you think that was a good idea?
Yeah.
Yeah. I might try one. I'll try one of them. I'll try one of them.
It's not very sour.
They're not very sour.
They're not.
No.
You got away lightly.
Unless there's something in the middle.
No.
It's sour candy. It's not sour.
No, it's not too bad.
No. We're saying that now. We get to the middle and go,
Yeah. Okay, to summarise, today.
It's not sour.
You should try to talk with a massive sweet in your mouth. To summarise, I'm going to stick that there. To summarise, we've had Ed on today talking about his experiences on a Harley-Davidson or his Harley-Davidson, his motorcycling career, as well as learning more about our other co-host, Eva.
Yeah.
I want to just reinforce what we're trying to do today, which is highlight some of the good people that we have in and around our business, Matchbook Custom, and next episode, I guess, you're hosting.
Yes, yeah.
We don't have a guest yet.
No.
You got any ideas?
I got some ideas, but I'm not sure if that person will agree.
Okay. Do I know him?
So, yeah, he's a customer of here.
Sam.
Yeah.
Yes. I think he'd be a great guest.
yeah.
Yeah,
Just
so we'll
stuff in
see.
the
If not,
room.
you will have to figure out someone else, but yeah.
Okay, well, I'll let you work on
Yeah,
that.
I just hope our, viewers that they like this episode because it's the first one for us. So
Yeah, I mean, forgive me for being so nervous at the start. I think I've relaxed into it. I think everybody else has relaxed
Yeah.
into it as well. I hope we haven't bored you at all whatsoever. And if you have enjoyed this episode, please like, subscribe, and comment to let us know that you want to see another one. I think the plan is to do one every month, as well as an in-between gears every 2 weeks. So keep watching. Thank you for watching. Keep watching.
yeah.
Like,
Thank you
subscribe.
guys. See you next time.
And get your bike down the matchbook.
Yeah, do it. Bye.
Thank you. Right, cool.